from the WYLN studios in Hazleton, Pennsylvania. WYLN Evening Edition at 5:30 starts right now.
Good evening. It's Wednesday, August 19th, 2015. I'm Ann Gownley. A pharmacy in the city of Hazleton was robbed this last evening. It happened at the CVS pharmacy on Locust Street near Giant around 6:30 Tuesday night. According to Hazleton police, a Hispanic male walked into the store and handed the cashier a note and demanded money and then threatened to kill her. The Hispanic male then fled the store with an undetermined amount of money. He is described as standing 6 feet tall with a thin build and was wearing a black hooded sweatshirt and dark colored pants at the time of the robbery. Anyone with information on this robbery is asked to call police in Hazleton at 570-459-4940 or dial 911. Another holdup at the Turkey Hill in the Parsons section of Wilkes-Barre last night. Around 11:20 last night, a man came in and demanded money. It's not clear whether he showed a weapon. He did get off with some cash and then he took off. But he was picked up shortly thereafter in another Turkey Hill, the nearby one at Washington and George Avenue. He was found to be carrying cash in the amount and denomination stolen from the East Main Street store. He's 32-year-old Jason Dembski from Glen Lyon. Police arrested him and he is in county prison today. West Hazleton police are still on the lookout for a man who fled a traffic stop on Tuesday, then ditched his bike in the woods and took off. It happened on B Street Tuesday afternoon. Police Chief Brian Buglio saw the bike had no license plate and tried to pull him over, but the rider took off at a high rate of speed and ran several red lights on Route 93. He turned north toward Park Street, where he ditched the bike about 25 feet into the woods at a dead end. The driver then took off on foot into the woods near Pizza Hut and the Cindy Street playground. The suspect is described as a Hispanic male in his early 20s, about 5 feet 6 inches to 5 feet 7 inches tall. He was wearing shorts, a light-colored shirt, and a multicolored hat, which he lost during the pursuit. Buglio said the driver is probably injured, judging by how the bike was left in the woods. The motorcycle may have been stolen. Buglio said no records were found on the vehicle identification number. Anyone with information on this incident, or if you can identify the suspect, you are asked to call police in West Hazleton at 570-455-3733 or dial 911. The longtime spokesman for Subway restaurants has found himself in trouble with the law. 37-year-old Jared Fogel, who rose to fame after losing 200 pounds on a Subway diet, faces charges for sex acts with minors. Fogel has agreed to plead guilty to the allegations that he did pay for sex acts with minors and received child pornography he knew was secretly produced by the former director of his charitable foundation. Fogel's agreed to pay $1.4 million in restitution to the 14 minor victims in the case. Each will receive $100,000. He will also have to register as a sex offender and undergo treatment. He worked for Subway for over 15 years until he was suspended in July after agents raided his home in Indianapolis. Everyone in Kingston, Edwardsville, and affected parts of Luzerne should have their water back by now. Pennsylvania American water crews have been working on repairing the line nonstop since it broke. The 30-inch main that broke dates from 1889. That broken water main didn't have an effect on firefighting efforts last night. A fire broke out in a double home on Dorn Street about 10 o'clock last night. It was a big one, and the home appears to be a total loss, with the entire face of the house blackened. Neighbors said firefighters helped remove some residents from the building, but despite the fire's size, crews say there was no effect on water pressure or availability because of that broken main. Cooking is the leading cause of house fires, according to the American Red Cross, but they can be prevented by following some simple steps. There are nearly 70,000 disasters a year that the American Red Cross responds to, which adds up to one disaster every 8 minutes, and most of them are home fires. On Tuesday, August 18th, the Hazleton Fire Department responded to a cooking fire on 5th Street around 10 o'clock in the morning. According to Deputy Fire Chief Sean Jones, the resident was cooking with oil and forgot it was on the stove. The American Red Cross was called in to help with residents of the 3 separate fires in the past 3 days in Hazleton, and they say most of these fires can be prevented if the necessary steps are taken. During a recent study by the American Red Cross, 1 in 5 Americans, or 16%, admitted that they leave food cooking unattended on the stove, which is the major cause of kitchen fires. The Red Cross has provided tips on how to prevent kitchen fires to keep you and your family safe. Keep young children and pets at least 3 feet away from the stove. Move items that can burn away from the stove, such as dish towels, bags, and boxes. Clean the stove and the area around it before turning on the heat. Don't leave food on the stove unattended. Turn pot handles to the back of the stove to avoid spills. If a cooking fire occurs, don't move the pan. Slide the lid or a cookie sheet on top of it to put the fire out. Turn off the heat and keep the lid on until it cools. If there is a fire, make sure to get everyone out of the home and dial 911. For more information on fire safety and preparedness information, you can visit redcross.org/homefires or call them at 1-800-RED-CROSS. Another twist in the Kathleen Kane story. The state Supreme Court unsealed 2 orders in her perjury case. Those newly unsealed documents show that Kane was told 9 months ago by the state's highest court that she was not barred from publicly releasing information about the supposedly pornographic emails she discussed. Kane has said those behind sending those emails have comprised to get her in retaliation. At a press conference last week, she called on Montgomery County Judge William Carpenter to lift the protective order. Carpenter said the day after his protective order didn't cover the emails. The newly public Supreme Court orders show the High Court specifically said Carpenter's protective order did not bar release of those emails. Kane's criminal defense lawyer, Gerald Sargel, praised the High Court's action and said the emails in question would be used in her defense if the charges against her. Today marks 24 days until Fun Fest in downtown Hazleton. Fun Fest, the area's largest street fair, is set to kick off September 12th and 13th on Broad Street. The annual Fun Fest parade will take place on September 13th, and once again, WYLN is proud to be the official television station of the Fun Fest parade. Once again, it's just 24 days away, so make sure you mark those calendars. Time now for a first look at our forecast. A cloudy day, but then the sun came out and the temperatures are still in the 80s. And what can we expect for the rest of our work week? WYLN's Gary Perna is filling in for Chief Meteorologist Joe Garbacic tonight and is in the Weather Center with all the details. Gary?
Well, and we're going to see these temperatures. You see them? They're going to go away very soon because we're going to have some rain move into our area over the next few hours. And let me tell you something, it's going to be a big change from this week coming into Thursday and Friday. And look at this currently across the nation. Looks beautiful out there. Some hot temperatures out in Vegas, New York City hot as well, and right here in Pennsylvania as well. It's warm. We're going to continue this streak, but we're going to add some rain. How much rain? We'll talk about that coming up, and everything you need to know weather-wise in the forecasts. Ann?
Thanks, Gary. Coming up next, we'll hear from Hazleton Mayor Joe Yanuzzi on council's vote for no land banks in the city. Plus, in sports, Eric DeBardinis has a look at this year's North Schuylkill Spartans before they hit the football field for their first game of the season. That and much more coming up here on WYLN. Stay tuned.
You're watching WYLN News, Greater Hazleton's only local news broadcast with Ann Gownley, Gary Perna, Julie Stefanovich, Kristen Bazinski, weather with Joe Garbacic, and sports with Eric DeBardinis and Gabriella Justin.
For all your projects, large and small, Bedrock Gardens has it all. They are fully stocked and ready to fill your order. Rubber mulch and rubber curbing to match. Lots of color choices to pick from. Wall stone, natural stone, full pallets ready to go. Their bins are full with rich colored quality mulch that will look wonderful all season long. Finish off your fabulous outdoor space with their quality patio furniture and easy to assemble fire pits. Everything you need for your summer projects. Delivery available or just stop by and they will load you up. Bedrock Gardens, locally owned and operated. Call today.
Did you know that suicide rates are on the rise in Luzerne and Wyoming counties? Did you know that over 100 Americans commit suicide every day? And did you know that you can help prevent suicide? I'm Jeffrey Waugh, and I'm here to tell you there is help. If you or someone you know is depressed, dial 800-273-TALK or the emergency helpline at 211. For more information and suicide prevention tips, visit any of these websites. Together, we can save lives.
S.J. Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric, Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Rinnai, and trained comfort specialists, call S.J. Kowalski at 570-455-2600.
As we told you at 10 o'clock last night on Late Edition, Hazleton City Council voted down the idea of having land bank for the city. WYLN's Gary Perna has more.
No land banks for the city of Hazleton. The main reason council majority voted it down, they say there's a lack of financial resources and manpower to get the program off the ground. But Councilman Jeff Cassat said if council would have just passed it, they could have applied for some grants.
If the ordinance passes, then we could start applying for grants and look for funding. If we have nothing to organize, then you can't ask for money for something that's not put together already. So I thought if we got it put on the books, no rush to organize it, but it would be together. We could start gathering people that would want to be on the board and start looking for funding that way.
But the idea of land banks is not completely off the table, since Luzerne County officials are looking at starting one for the entire county. But Councilman Cassat says he doesn't trust them.
I really have no faith in the county helping out Hazleton. Down here, that we never get anything from the county. So I believe if local eyes know what the problems are, and it would be more utilized by the city.
Council President Jack Mundy and Dr. Dave Sosar say they want to wait and see how it goes with the county before launching a local program. After a 45-minute discussion, Council voted 3-1 when dropping the idea of the land bank that was proposed by Cassat. Councilman Keith Bass again did not attend the meeting. Hazleton Mayor Joe Yannuzzi said he's not completely sold on the idea of having a land bank in the city.
Well, land banks sounds like a great idea. It's a group of people or a committee or an authority. You form it, they go out and purchase blighted properties, and then they get donations. First they get donations to buy it, then they get donations to repair it, then they sell it and then take the profit and buy another one, and hopefully they'll do lots of them and improve that area.
Yannuzzi said the redevelopment authority kind of has the same process to it.
Now the city has a redevelopment authority that could do it, but we don't have the money to purchase nor to renovate properties. So how do we get that money? We got money for a grant on the south side where we start remodeling homes, and so far we've done 6 of them, I think. There's 6 properties that are redone and up for sale. We sold all but I think 2 or 3, and this is the same process, but we're using grant money. It's a lot easier that way than to go out and ask people to donate to refurbish a home and sell it, and hope you sell it, and hope you sell it for a profit.
When asked if he would consider putting it back on the agenda, Cassat said,
Well, absolutely. I mean, I've been looking at it for over 2 years now. It's something that should be available for the city to use if the certain situation comes up where it needs to be used.
I guess we'll have to wait and see. In Hazleton, for WYLN News, I'm Gary Perna.
Thanks, Gary. The beach at Tuscarora State Park in Barnesville is closed again. According to DCNR, the levels of chloroform were too high. The beach will be closed until the levels come down to a safe level, according to park manager Lewis Williams. The rest of the park in Barnesville is still open for camping and picnicking. Well, coming up next, our Gary Perna is back with a full look at our forecast and hopefully some more sunshine in our forecast. Plus, hear where you can take part in the Ice Bucket Challenge. That and much more coming up here on WYLN. Stay tuned.
The Brass Buckle in Cunningham features a wide variety of Tex-Mex and modern Mexican food. Dine inside or outside on their beautiful patio. They also offer a private banquet room with seating up to 110 people. The Brass Buckle, 334 Main Street in Cunningham. Call 570-788-4145.
FunFest 2015 is a real homecoming celebration. September 12th and 13th in downtown Hazleton. The FunFest parade will feature high school bands from NEPA, marching units, and floats celebrating our area. There is also crafts and a fantastic car show on Saturday. For the kids, there are free activities at our kids area. Free admission, free parking. For information, go to funfestpa.org. FunFest is presented by Mohegan Sun at Pocono Downs, as well as these corporate sponsors.
At Whitetail Preserve, they pride themselves with giving their guests five-star service. They are now open for lunch 6 days a week and offer limited delivery service for lunch to businesses in Cunningham, Valmont, and Humboldt Industrial Park. Call them at 570-384-2314. Tune in each week to WYLN TV 35 to watch the #1 Hazleton-based broadcasted television talk show, The Storm, hosted by Tiffany Cloud. Candidates, politicians, community leaders, and more appear on The Storm when they want to be heard. New shows air Wednesdays at 8 p.m. and these additional air times. Only on WYLN TV 35. We're your local network.
Well, it is a beautiful day outside, a little humid for my liking. You know, I could go for, maybe some 70s without this humidity, but let me tell you something, over the next couple of days, this is going to change, and it's actually going to start changing tonight. Let's take a look at the graphic here, and you can see the temperatures for the past 24 hours here in northeastern and central Pennsylvania, and really much across the state, have been pretty favorable. The humidity has been there, but that's going to change starting tonight into tomorrow. Taking a live look at Skycast Doppler radar, you can see a little bit out here near the Williamsport, Bloomsburg area. It's going to kind of push across, may miss us here in Hazleton, but folks up in Wilkes-Barre may be able to get some rain out of that. Currently, it is 78 degrees here at our WYLN studios. No rain today yet. Key word. That could change. And looking around your neighborhood, you can see Berwick at 84, Bloomsburg at 84, Berwick at 85, Shenandoah at 81, Jim Thorpe 84. Currently, again, we're seeing 80s and 70s, 91 up in Erie. Now, the past 6 hours here in satellite and radar, you see a little bit moving that's coming up from Baltimore, Richmond, and it's coming up into Pennsylvania. It's going to follow that trend tomorrow, bringing in some rain, some clouds, some storms even, and in the past 6 hours, closer to home, spotted showers here or there. This is a little bit that we're seeing out here near side of Pittsburgh as well, given some thunderstorms out there. So here's what we can see over the next 48 hours. Kind of calm. We're picking up some rain, picking up more rain. See a little bit of yellow coming in here in the northern part of Pennsylvania. We're going to get some thunderstorms, some strong thunderstorms maybe at times. Closer to home here, we're going to see a lot of rain. Watch, Thursday, 8 a.m., noon, that's when we're going to start seeing it. And it's going to push through here. We're going to get pockets of a break of some rain in and out, and we'll take them as we go. So overnight tonight, if you're traveling, we're going to see some thunderstorms throughout the area. And of course, tomorrow, the high temperatures while you're driving, you're also going to see some thunderstorms as well move throughout the area. So, take it easy out there driving. And this is what we're going to see tomorrow, Thursday through Friday. Our area, we're going to see about 1 inch of rain over that time frame. So, of course, stay tuned to us and we'll keep you updated. Your 7-day forecast here on WYLN. And you can see, as we were talking about, rain. On Thursday, Friday, you're going to see some, showers lingering around. You're going to see a little bit of that. 78 isn't high. Saturday and Sunday, though, looking pretty nice for the weekend. Let's keep our fingers crossed for that. Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday, so far not looking too bad. We'll see how that progresses. But again, rain moving in tonight until tomorrow. Deal with that. Looks like Friday, a little bit of rain, and Saturday and Sunday, a perfect weekend. Stay with us here. We'll be back with more news after this break.
Hazel Drugs does more than fill prescriptions. They know your needs and have been serving the Hazleton area since 1868. That's over 147 years. They accept all prescription insurances, offer convenient parking, drive-through service, and free prescription delivery. They carry the highest quality vitamins and supplements with a certified clinical nutritionist on staff to answer your questions. They can customize your prescriptions, specializing in natural hormones, children's compounding, and animal medications. Hazel Drugs, America's oldest compounding pharmacy and Hazleton's oldest business. Let their family take care of your family.
If you haven't found the perfect fishing getaway, you haven't been to Captain's Cove. Located on Henderson Harbor in upstate New York, Captain's Cove offers a variety of accommodations to please just about anyone. The motel, also located on the harbor, offers a magnificent view. Enjoy free morning coffee, air-conditioned rooms, cable TV, and HBO. The cottage can accommodate up to 8 people with 3 bedrooms, a complete kitchen, washer, dryer, 2 full baths, air conditioning, an outside grill, and picnic table. Call us today for rates and information at 1-800-824-FISH.
The ALS Ice Bucket Challenge is back, and many are gathering this Sunday at Eagle Rock Resort in Hazel Township to help raise money for the organization. The ALS Ice Bucket Challenge swept across the nation last summer in efforts to raise money for the deadly disease. The premise was to dump ice water on your head and challenge others to do the same and donate money to the organization. According to the ALS website, more than 17 million people uploaded their challenge videos to Facebook and were watched by nearly 440 million people, a total of 10 billion times. Now the Ice Bucket Challenge is back and has become an annual event to raise money for awareness and funds to find treatments for a cure. WYLN stopped by Eagle Rock Resort, where many are stepping up to the plate and taking the challenge this Sunday.
On Sunday, we are going to be doing our Ice Bucket Challenge here at Eagle Rock, and we encourage community outside of Eagle Rock to participate in their own way, whether it's in their backyard or getting a group together at a park, just to do it and donate money to ALS to fight this horrible, horrible disease.
Raymond's husband Tom was diagnosed with ALS last year, and last year neighbors and friends gathered together to do the Ice Bucket Challenge and raised $2,700. So what is ALS? Jenny explains.
ALS, as a lot of people aren't aware of, it's Lou Gehrig's disease. And what it is, it's actually a motor neuron disease. And what happens, it starts in the brain, and the brain is not sending signals to the cells. And the cells, therefore, don't send signals to the muscles, and then the muscles just deteriorate and people get very weak. Some people lose their voices. A lot of them are wheelchair bound. My husband, fortunately, is still able to get around. He still has his voice. It started down in his legs, so they say usually if it starts in the lower extremities, they live longer.
All monies raised from this year's challenge at Eagle Rock will go directly to the ALS Greater Philadelphia chapter.
They have a nurse that visits the ALS patients, and again, it's down in South Jersey, Northeast Pennsylvania, parts of Western Pennsylvania, and parts of Delaware. And this way it stays locally. They have educational seminars, they have support groups, and it's just been really a wonderful, wonderful team to work with.
The Raymonds sold bracelets last year to help raise more money for the organization. So far, $180 from the sales was raised, and they are hoping to raise more.
Actually, it was one of my friends and neighbor who decided that we should do bracelets. And we were just going to purchase them through the ALS Foundation, but decided to have them custom made. So they do say, Fighting ALS, Team Raymond, which is our last name.
Again, the Ice Bucket Challenge at Eagle Rock Resort will take place this Sunday, August 23rd at 4:30 at Lake Susquehanna Beach. For more information on ALS and the Ice Bucket Challenge, you can log on to alsa.org. There you may also find out how to donate to the cause. Well, coming up next, Eric DeBardinas is in with sports here on WYLN. Plus, Gary Perna is back with a final look at our forecast. Stay tuned. All Care Home Care, providing quality in home care since 1986. Call and see how their team of licensed physical therapists, skilled nurses, speech, and occupational therapists can provide you with exceptional service in the comfort of your own home. They also offer dietitian, home health aide, and medical social worker services. You have a choice in your health care. For safe, friendly, qualified care, call All Care Home Care today and let their team begin taking care of you and your loved ones.
Join us this week on Let's Talk Chiropractic. You'll get to meet Jessica Noss, a busy mom of 2 little children who has gone from wheelchair to fully recovered in 4 months, thanks to great chiropractic care. Her amazing story. It's this week. Join us.
Speed kills, and it killed North Schuylkill in last season's district championship game. That death by quickness is something the Spartans have not forgotten.
I don't know if I'll ever get past that. I mean, every morning I wake up and I think about it.
It was the 2014 District 11 AA Championship versus Northwestern Lehigh. Previously unbeaten North Schuylkill matched up with the Tigers in every category except for one.
They had a lot of speed, and it did hurt us out to the perimeter defensively. We were there, but we just, didn't close in the areas where we had to close.
So that weakness became a point of emphasis in the offseason.
Make sure nobody can outrun us. We're going to be fast as we can, sideline to sideline, and be swift as we can.
The bottom line, I think we're a faster football team than we were a year ago.
From a year ago, the Spartans returned 8 offensive and 8 defensive starters. Major Jordan was recognized as an all-state linebacker as just a sophomore, and he'll anchor the nasty unit as a junior.
We're definitely going to come out with intensity. We're going to do 3 seconds of hell, and we're just going to go out there and give it all. High intensity. We're going to hand fight, use a lot of combat, and just be strong up front.
On offense, North Schuylkill must replace the production of dynamic running back John Rupinski, but they do bring back a dynamic aerial connection with Bobby Grigas at quarterback and Tevin Murray at receiver. Those two hooked up for over 700 yards and 14 touchdowns last season.
I think you're going to see the same results. I think it's going to be a little harder. I think they're going to start double covering him, but he's 6'6". What are you going to do?
3 points separated the Spartans from a state playoff appearance in 2014. In 2015, they hope added speed and experience gets them to the next level.
I try to put it aside, but I can't, so it just keeps me motivated, and you got to keep doing what you're doing. Everybody thinks about it the same way, so we come out here every day and we're working hard, and we're going to try to get that district title this year.
August 9th, 2006, legendary Phillies broadcaster Harry Kellis dubbed Chase Utley as the man. The man hit and hustled and hated to lose. And now, after 13 years in red pinstripes, the man leaves the Philadelphia organization. Today, the Phillies agreed to trade Utley to the Los Angeles Dodgers in exchange for 2 minor leaguers. His tenure was highlighted by 6 All-Star games, a World Blank Championship, and being that player you tell your kids to emulate. Utley will reunite with double play partner Jimmy Rollins in L.A. Stay tuned. Coming up, Gary Perna is in with a final look at the forecast.
During these changing times, is your insurance program up to date? I'm local Allstate agent Gary McNeilis. I invite you to come into our office or give us a call. We'll help you be sure that you have the proper coverage to take care of all your family's needs at a price you can afford. Now more than ever, you need to be in good hands to protect everything that's important to you. Our team of insurance professionals and I will be honored to serve you. Are you in good hands?
For over 25 years, Whitetail Preserve Shooting Range, 118 Boulevard Road, Bloomsburg, has provided professionally designed skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields. All stations are handicapped accessible with resident NRA certified shooting instructors on site. There are packages available to fit anyone's budget, restaurant and catering on site. Our facility is also available for weddings, business meetings, bachelor and private parties. Call 570-384-2314.
And welcome back, everyone. Now we take a look at the 7-day forecast. Now Thursday we're going to experience some rain. It's going to start moving in Wednesday night. And Thursday we're going to see some rain. Thursday, Friday you're going to see some rain. It's going to start breaking up in the afternoon, late evening. Saturday and Sunday though looking beautiful. Can't wait for the weekend. Shaping up pretty nice. And I have to say that a little birdie told me 5 years ago today, Ann Gownley started here at WYLN. So congratulations on 5 years of WYLN.
My gosh,
I couldn't find your first stand-up.
It's
Do we
probably
have the picture from 5 years ago.
I think Michael is in the process of looking for it because he was there for it. you know, trying to coach me and trying to do all that. But it's a very emotional day between that and Chase Utley.
Dusty in studio, yeah.
Eric and I had our little moment before the news. Chase Utley.
What am I supposed to do with my Philly shirt now?
Wear it. I will wear mine every game.
Don't buy a new one. That's my advice.
I'm not buying new ones, and I'm not buying Dodgers. I'm just going to live in the moment.
How weird is it going to be to see him and Jimmy Rollins?
That's actually
Dodger
pretty
blue.
cool, but
cool, but
still upset.
not. Yeah.
Have a good night, everyone.